Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? Today we're taking a look at a domain list. Mostly because I wanted to try to find a way to play more herd migration, because this is a card we looked at in the preview season that I thought might actually have some value, and I haven't really played it much. So I figured now would be the perfect time, and there's some great cards we could pair with this that should be pretty good. So let's hop in and see what a ramp style domain deck looks like. As always, I want to show some love for those of you that have supported the channel. Much appreciated. You can join with the button down below, and you can get a shout out on here for being a new member. But if you have other nerd things you want to protect, whether that's cards or sports stuff or who knows what, check out UltraPro at ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn. They'll save you 5% and they'll support the channel. Okay, so obviously if we're playing domain, we need a lot of different colors. So we're going to start with Llanowar Loam Speaker, because obviously it makes every color. The other thing about this too is it can give you something to attack with late in the game by turning a land into a creature, so we like that. We're going to play a couple of copies of Courier's Briefcase, partly because it gives us a treasure early, which is nice, we can crack that, but it does also produce a body, and in a pinch late game it does get us 3 extra cards. So this does a lot in here, surprisingly. We're going to play a couple copies of Reckoner Bankbuster, because cards never hurt. And of course, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Oddly, because really it makes treasure, and the multiple colors is really good for us. And being able to dig lower in our deck and find some of our key cards is actually also important. So we don't hate anything going on with this at all. We like all parts of it. We can only mildly use the reflection of the Kiki Jiki, but even then, we do like it if we get the opportunity to do so. The Celestis. The Celestis actually is really cool because it produces all different colors. But I think in this deck, one of the things people forget about the Celestis is you can actually pay 3, tap it, and then go looking at your next card. Basically by turning it night to day and triggering its ability. This is actually really good because we don't have a ton of ways to see extra cards in a more controlling type deck. So this is actually really good to have an additional way to dig as well as fixing all of our colors. Though maybe 1 is still the right answer, but I'm going with 2 to start with. We're going to play 1 copy of Urtai. I don't know if this is right, but, you know, it gives us a little bit of an opportunity to find something to counter stuff. Maybe this is supposed to be a Planeswalker or something, but we'll see how things go as the game progresses. Then we have 3 Unleash the Inferno. Good way to just kill stuff and possibly also get rid of opposing Fables or Bankbusters. So really like a lot of what this is doing. It is instant speed and it deals 7, so it's going to kill most things in standard that we're going to want to target. Playing 1, the Dong Sky, because big dragons are awesome. Now, the one thing I will say about this is it doesn't hit a lot of things in this deck, right? Like, we could hit an Urtai if we hopefully need to kill something. Celestis, Fable, Loam Speaker. So, like, they're not great, but, you know, free value is still free value. Or if they kill it while you have a couple other things on board, you can just make everything else bigger. So we're going to see how much we like it or not. Maybe, again, this is supposed to be a Planeswalker instead of an owl, but it is what it is for now. Then we have 4 Workshop Warchiefs, because, well, these are just good. For 5 mana, you get a 5/3, we get to gain some life. It's a trample creature, it dies, we get a 4/4. Protects you against sweepers. If you're up against something like Liliana's, it forces them to have another removal to get through. So lots of little things here. Then, of course, because we're playing domain and we're trying to get all the different creature or land types, we do like Leyline Binding, or Leyline Binding. There's no of. And this is actually just a good flash removal card. The downside of this, you do have to be careful because of things like Farewell or even Invoke Despair. You could sometimes reset the opponent's card and give them something good back, but it's too good not to play. Then, of course, since we have all the colors, we're playing the Kami War. Get to kill things, make opponents discard, get big 6/6s. Yeah, lots of good stuff here. And then the star of the show that we're playing is Herd Migration. One of the reasons we like Herd Migration so much, though, is that early on, it can gain you life. It can make sure you hit all your colors and your land drops. This does a lot of work in the early stages. And then once you get to the later stage of the game, well, it's just make 5 3/3s and then make 5 3/3s every time you find the card. So yeah, we like a lot about this. Not a lot to really be upset about. Hopefully this is going to win a game or two, even on its own, to be honest. Lands are kind of all over the place, but for good reason. So we've got a Plains, Island, Swamp, 2 Mountain, 2 Forest, Cave of Kolos, 1 Deathcap Glade, 2 Carplusion Forest, Overgrown Farmland, Yavimaya Coast, 2 Rafine's Tower, 2 Xander's Lounge, 2 Zeator's Proving Ground, 4 Jetmir's Garden, 2 Spara's Headquarters. Mostly because we need all these different ones to try to hit all of our land types. as well as having all the basics we need to be able to get at because of herd migration. So had to make some decisions here to make room for a lot of stuff, but it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, that's it. That's the deck. We're going to go play some games. And, you know, as always, stick around to the end of the video because we'll definitely be talking about what we learned from playing those games and what changes we want to make. So y'all enjoy the games, and I'll catch you on the other side. This is interesting. I don't know. I mean, I guess we keep it just because we have the briefcase, but we really can't cast anything for a few turns. I mean, maybe we could Leyline, you know, if we want to crack this. Because this does make it cheaper. We have 4 basics at that point. I guess that's fine. A little bit quirky, but not bad. And then if we find an extra land, we can debate if we want to go with Owl or not. Alright, let's see where this goes. Spirited Companion. Wow, okay. So I don't know if this means we're going to get caught up and against a Selesnya Enchantments deck. If so, we're probably going to be leaning on this Kami War pretty heavy. Which does put us in a situation currently because if we cast Owl, we actually can't do a lot of other things. Spirited Companion, sure. I will block. Because we might just need to save as much as we can. I mean, I guess we just put this in play tap because we're gonna do this anyway. Now they can always just get rid of our Leyline and get their Deuter back, which is probably what they're gonna do here. But we had to do something to slow them down. Okay, they actually didn't, so that's pretty nice. Take our 1. That doesn't suck. So we can go search for another land. The next turn, Owl, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we could just do this next turn too. White, green, blue, black, and whatever. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's fine. Alright, let's go. I guess we could wait on this. In the turn. Like, no need to really show them what we're doing, I suppose. And they get back a dog. Yep. Makes sense. I mean, the reality is, most of what we do probably isn't going to resolve anyway. Okay, this is Destroy Evil. That's fair. That's what I was expecting. Most of what we're doing isn't going to last. So, like, there's only so much time we have. Probably have to get rid of this Knucklehead, which I hate, but it's probably accurate. Or correct, I should say. Alright, let's get rid of this. Gain 3 back. Get, we already have plains. I guess we'll grab a mountain. We already have that too. We kind of already have everything we need. Sure, I guess. Just based on looking at our hand. That's not a bad card for later. Let's go ahead and play this. We're going to kill this guy. Because that's more of a problem. This is probably... I'm going to assume everything's just getting exiled at this point. We're a bit behind. Haven't really done much. It's only the second real spell we've cast this turn. And I guess technically the third. So we're just going to have to hope for the best. They are down to 1 card, though. So I do have my hopes up a little bit here. Probably wishful thinking, but let's see what happens. Come on, no more exile things. Or maybe only exile small things. Alright, that's good. Alright, AO gets to go to work here. This is actually not legendary. So we could kill that, get that back, and kill something else. That's pretty sweet. Let's try to attack first. Okay, well, wherever that is nothing we need to worry about, so that's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. And we're going to be on double Kami duty. There we go. There we go. We'll keep it. It's actually a pretty solid opener hand, to be honest. Like, I don't mind this at all. This is even good because we can lead with Courier if we want to. And we don't even have to commit to playing the Loam Speaker early yet. So we can, like, Courier, play Fable, then play Loam Speaker, just after they maybe use some removal or something, and see if it sticks. I was going to say, unless they played like green or something there, then I might have changed my mind. But they didn't. So, yeah, we have both colors there, so it doesn't really matter. All right. So this way, if there were like cut downs or something, we'd get it on something else. Interesting. The opponent did not do anything there. All right, let's attack for 1. And let's try to play this. Wow. No, what kind of hand did you keep? Now I'm really intrigued. I mean, is it just to play a Liliana here? No, it's a Phyrexian Rager. Wow. Definitely didn't see that. Well. Oh boy. What are we looking to do here? I guess we just discard the War Chief? I don't even know if we need to discard War... maybe. We're just looking for another mana just in case. So yeah, sure. That can go away. Oh, that's actually a good one. Don't mind that. Oh, but I have to use my treasure to do that. Because I don't have a swamp out there yet. That sucks. Definitely don't want to do that. Alright, we'll see if they'll trade us for this. I mean, I guess I could use the treasure now and do that, but I'm fine just making that trade there, honestly. I'm not too upset with it. And then we just end the turn. Alright, you want to kill that? Sounds good. Yeah, just our turn. Hoping for an untapped land there. But these may have to do. Put this in tapped. Attack for 1. I'm assuming we're going to see a Invoke Despair here. Which means the opponent's going to get 1 card, we'll lose 2 life. Because we're going to sack this for the creature, this for the enchantment. Unless they just kill us now. There's nothing we can really do about that. Unfortunately, this only exiles things our opponents control. So, yeah. We may just be cracking this to draw cards instead. I mean, as much as I want to play the Kami War, I mean, if I find another land, a black land, I'd be able to do that anyway. Ah, a Sorin.
I take no joy in the slaughter.
Well, this is oddly interesting. They didn't...
Blood for knowledge.
Huh. I mean, I guess we're just going to let Kami War that then, right? Okay. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, I don't have an island either. Ew, that's gross. Alright, well, we're going to do it anyway. I mean, I know I'm going to end up having to sacrifice this thing, but what are we supposed to do, you know? Probably supposed to just draw cards there, if I'm thinking about it. And then maybe just exile... What's his name? And then, I don't know. If they have it here, though. I mean, they do. I'm going to assume they do, because their hand's been very slow, and I can't imagine you keep anything else that you don't have that. That's the only thing that makes sense. Yep. Pass the turn. This guy dead? Probably so. Or it could just be another Invoke Despair. Which would be believable. Cruelty of Gix. Alright. Fills their hand and I choose a creature or a planeswalker. We have neither of those. So that seems fine. You're going to get to see my hand anyway. So if they play a creature, I can target it with the Unleash Inferno and probably kill that. If it's small enough. If not, I just have to leyline Binding and try to get rid of it. Alright, they're going to march. Then we're going to go ahead and do this. Though I guess if I was real savvy, I guess I could have done... Well, no, because I still had Summoning Sickness. Never mind. Alright, we're going to cycle that. Well, that worked out a lot better. Now, unfortunately, they get an Invoke Despair, though. They do get their enchantment back, which is not good for us. But still a lot of life here. Still, oh. Oh, this is nice, though. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get all the dudes. Oh, I'm one short. Oh, I'm one short. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, no. All right, we're going to pass. Oh, man. Need to draw any untapped land. We can get max herd migration. Okay, that's good. Opponent just playing a land. We like that. This does not help us. I mean, depending on what they do, we may have to sacrifice this to go find another black or blue land. An island or a swamp, I guess. But, nope. Hey, all right, there we go. Let's go ahead and knock this out. So if those are kill spells, they're probably 1-for-1s. And they got to start picking these off. I mean, if they have more of the marches, those are really good for them. The cut downs don't really do much here. And they know our hand, so they know these exist and we can cast those. Actually, we can't cast this, actually, because we need another blue or black source, but we can cast Unleashed Inferno. Alright, here comes the downfall. Get rid of the thing. Only one kill spell, so I'm wondering if the rest of their hand is actually cut downs. Oh, okay, there we go. Now we're going to be set up pretty nicely. All right, opponent goes to 9. We may not actually need all this, but we'll see. Herd migration just after all that is going to be the winner, possibly? And if so, I don't feel too bad about that. Opponent does have 9 mana here, though. I mean, we've both pretty much hit our mana throughout this game. Cruelty of Gix. Nothing in the yard to go get, so they're going to have to go find something. But, I mean, they can't afford to do that. Yeah. I mean, you could get one of ours, so you can get back the dude that let you gain life. Sure. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But they're at 12. I mean, we can kill it, and then we can kill the token. Actually, I'll probably kill the token with the Kami War. But if they have another kill spell, then that could change things too. Bringing back a Rager. Okay. I mean, this tells me they don't have anything. Nothing for 1 is going to scare us here. So we're just going to get rid of that and attack for 12. Okay, that works. Okay, sure, let's keep this and see what happens. I mean, we sort of get some mana with this. And I guess that kind of... Oh, well, actually... I was about to say, at least guarantees we get to play the Fable, but Celestis might be even better. We'll see. Actually, I think I still want Fable, actually. Well, guess we don't have to choose now. Let's go ahead and attack for our 1. And go ahead and play Fable. Alright. We're probably not even going to discard much to Fable because we kind of want all this, to be honest with you. Alright, I can accept that. Interesting. We obviously aren't getting rid of this because that just finds another land. Gets a plains, actually, which we need. You know, I guess I'm willing to get rid of this. Alright, not bad, not bad. I can live with that. Let's go ahead and play this, tapped. And let's go ahead and roll with this. See if it gets countered, because it very well might. And we'd rather that than any of these. Yeah, that's reasonable. We can live with that. And they're not drawing a card this turn, so that's fine. Well, they're drawing a card here, though. I guess they're just playing some super heavy control something. Huh. Not really completely sure what they're up to. I mean, we'll attack. Question is, what do we want to do here? I mean, we could try for Owl, but I don't know if that actually gets us anywhere. But if we don't do that, all we're going to do is herd migration. This is not great. But, alright. If they got it, they got it. I mean, they haven't played anything else. I'm assuming they have a counter. Oh, guess not. No, they need to kill that. That makes sense. Alright. Kill Al now? Oh, exiled it. That sucks. Okay, let's try an untapped land here. Okay, that's the next best thing, I suppose. Let's attack. Go ahead and cast this and remove the Bank Buster. Then we can just go search for a land. Yep, you get to draw another card. And then after we draw a land, we'll pass a turn. Like, what are we going to get? We have white, green. Oh, we need to get a black land. That's what we need. Sure. I'm assuming they have a counter, but they didn't use it on Owl because they were able to just get rid of it via exile, is my guess. So sadly, this likely isn't going to go very far, but we're going to do it anyway. Hope we can top deck something. Oh, really? That's a surprise. So what is in our hand, opponent? Well, that seems strange now, doesn't it? Oh, just a cut down. Alright, that's nowhere near as bad as that could have been. Alright, more treasure. Is it just kill spells? Oh, Invoke Despair. Because this is so much value, I think we're going to get rid of this and we just give them that back. Like, it kind of sucks to do that, but sure. I'm kind of alright with that, all things considered. Because if they don't get rid of this, we get to bounce the token and then they have to discard a card. Oh, this is actually real nice to have here, actually. Though we could return that if we really wanted to and use this to kill that. It's further interesting. I think we go with this, though. I really considered it, though. Honestly, I truly considered it. That was a convenient discard for them, wasn't it? Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to win this one, y'all. I feel like we're real far behind. Like, there's some worlds where maybe I could draw another herd migration and resolve it, possibly, but otherwise, feels kind of tough. We're countering the Shieldred, obviously. We give him another card, but, you know, what else are we going to do? Sure, he did, Jim. He did. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we find another Kami War. I mean, like, there's things, I guess. Like, another Owl wouldn't be bad. That's not great. Okay, I want to cycle this. Have another kill card? Of course they do. Wow. Goodness. Okay. I mean, they're obviously going to get to draw extras off the Bank Buster here, so that's a little bit disconcerting. Yepers. You gonna attack with the Bank Buster? Or are you gonna draw with the Bank Buster? Probably attack, because you're gonna get an extra card there anyway. You know what? Let's let them commit to the attack. I don't think I have anything to draw here that's gonna matter, but yeah, you never know. No, that wouldn't have been bad if we'd have drawn that on that first cycle. That would have been pretty sweet. Yep. Whoa, that's tough. That's so tough. I don't know if we really have a choice here, but we got to try. Yeah. Sucks, but yeah. It's kind of what we got to do. I mean, they could end up sacrificing this so we don't get to kill their Bank Buster. Or just killing it themselves in some way. That's savvy. I have no problem with that. Decline. Alright. Not really sure what we're going to do here with just this singular cycle land. I think this is the beginning of the end. Because even if they go to 7, they're still in a pretty good spot. We go to 4, and we're hurting pretty bad. We die to a lot of stuff next turn. And if they have any type of counter, which they're going to draw another card, like it's 2 cards if they want it, it's going to be pretty hard for us to do anything. Alright, here's hoping. I don't know what we're hoping for, though. Not that. Ooh, man, if I thought we could resolve that. Damn. Here's the bad part. Is that if we go for it, we get, what, 5? Yeah, we have 3, 4, 5. Actually, we only have 3. We don't have a mountain out. So we would get 4 3 3s. Or we could go for this. It gets countered or it doesn't. We gain 3 life, so we go to 7, and we're not dead yet. Is the other option. Alright. We'll just do migration. I'll assume we're dead. Nope, they're going to draw to try to counter it. Cool. They have it. We're set up the concession. Alright, they're digging. Alright, they didn't have it. Alright, we got the 4 3 3s. So we're not dead, but we're not out of the woods yet either. Bank Busters are going to be highly annoying. The good news is the opponent's low enough that they're not really incentivized to use Tenacious Underdog here. So this got kind of interesting. We attack with everything that's 9. They can't activate the Bank Busters. Though that's not true. They could draw a card and then block with one of them. I mean, we might still do that though. Okay. I mean, it feels like that's still the right thing. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. There's nothing about it. Yep, you got to use that one to block with the other. So that makes sense. Actually, I messed up. I should have seen if these resolved first. Because if they don't resolve, I need to leave one of these back. Yeah, we might get in trouble here, actually. So we're at 3. Yeah, removal card pretty much does it in for us, I think. We'll see, though. I mean, the opponent can't use... Alright, there's a cut down. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm assuming they have another removal card here, so I think we're dead. Or, yeah, counter works just the same. Oh, actually, no. We can pay for that one. And then now they kill it? I mean, all it takes is one kill card and we die. Oh, it looks like they're looking for one. Set up the GGs. Underdog. Alright, that's the same thing. Either way, you can activate both dudes. Alright. Ooh, man. On the draw. Is there any... There's no way this works out on the draw, right? Because we'd have to draw pretty much straight lands off the top. This ain't much better. We'll keep it, though. Let's get rid of this. We at least have a ley line that we'll be able to play for one. So that's something. Maybe we'll get lucky and get an untapped land here. Maybe try to resolve a Loam Speaker, which won't live very long, but you know. Possibly if they try to kill a Loam Speaker, we'll get a chance to exile that for next to no values. That could be pretty nice. I say that, but they could randomly have the thing that makes non-creature spells cost 2 more. That would actually hurt. Not a lot we can do about it, though, you know? It's kind of like, if they have it, they have it. Okay, they didn't. So that's pretty nice, at least. Get a little bit of setup there. Buy us some time. Good old underdog. We already have double red, double green. Let's get this into play. Yeah, I'll go with that. Go ahead and play this. Alright. See what the opponent's up to. Looks like their plan was to lean on this Bank Buster pretty hard, so getting rid of that actually was pretty good for us. I am going to discard probably 0 of these things. I mean, maybe you could get away with one of the lands. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we find something else. Herd Migration's alright, I guess. Sadly, we're not really doing anything this turn either way. So, during the opponent's next turn, we're probably just going to, in step, we're going to actually just search for a basic. Then that opens up a lot of things to us. Probably stuff that just gets countered, but we'll see. So I assume that's what they're going to wait around for. They're light on mana, so they probably don't want to commit too much here. Unless maybe it's something like Liliana to make us discard a card. Would actually make some sense. Yeah. Good thing we have a Kami War. Alright, let's go ahead and do this first. We'll get our 3 life back. We're going to be discarding the War Chief, unfortunately. Do we need another green? Let's see, we got black, blue. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have everything at this point. I guess I'll just take another forest.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Then we're going to just discard a War Chief. Mostly, like... Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to do anything else. I mean, we have the access to the Kami War, honestly. Other option would be to keep the War Chief, give the War Chief Blitz, gain the life, get a token, but it wouldn't be any better. That's pretty damn fabulous, though. Don't hate that at all. Let's get rid of her.
Fine. I'll take my
And opponent scoops. Oh boy. Ooh, what do we do with it? We have to keep this, right? assuming at least one Loam Speaker is going to die. We hope one of them lives. If they both die, then I guess we just go to Herd Migration and at some point get to cast one of these. All right. Opponent. Oh, no. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. Opponents on mono white aggro. If they've got some exile effects, we are in trouble. But maybe War Chief comes down later and helps us out. We'll see. I don't know how this is going to work out just yet. Yeah, sadly, we've got to do this first. Yeah. When we have this, it'll come into play untapped, so we can play Fable at least next turn. I'm almost debating if we need to put this into play tapped, use this to play the Fable. Yeah, we knew there was a possibility of at least one Cathar, so that doesn't shock us at all. We just hope it's not much worse than that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I mean, if they have another, they have another. That's where it's going to start getting real bad. And there's not a lot we can do if they got it, though. Ooh, it was an adversary. That's tough, too. That's tough. Yep. All right. GG's. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's a little bit unwieldy, to be honest, but we'll find a way to make this work, I hope. Okay, there's going to be a lot of life gain going on here. All right. We're going to be racing to Kami War, I think, is how this is going to be portrayed. But we'll do what we can with it. Yeah, not blocking that, because they just pump it and we'd lose our Loam Speaker. All right. They didn't have another thing there, though, so that's really good for us. Let's go ahead and play this. And then at some point, we'll have to go get blue or green land. Blue or white land, actually. Yeah, we just pass. Okay, cool. All right, we made it through the turn. I mean, I don't even know if we want to Kami War this. We might Kami War the Veteran, honestly. With all whatever life gain plan they have, we'd like to disrupt that. No blocks. Though double blocking is almost appealing if it didn't give plus on the toughness as well. All right. Well, looks like the opponent tried to keep an aggressive hand and missed out. So we're going to go ahead and play one of these. Try to take out the Veteran. Yeah, that's going to be it. You know what? We're going to keep this. This is actually somewhat reasonable. I mean, this ley line is going to be pretty weak for a while, but maybe we can make these other cards work. I mean, as I say that, we draw some stuff that doesn't help us, but, you know. Gotta try. Oh, wrong thing. Let's do this. That makes more sense. Liliana's going to be a big pain, but we got to deal with it. All right. Well, no blocks. Go to 17. Nope, just an Infernal Grasp. Okay, that could have been worse, I suppose. Let's run this down and play this. And then we're getting to where we can cast ley lines now. Fables. Annoying, but we actually have an answer for that. It's not the end of the world. Let's get rid of that. And destroy the enchantments. And we will just play a Spara's Headquarters. So now we have cheap ley lines to go with our L, and we'll see what happens. Go all the way to 11. And another Fable. Alright, hey, if you got it, you got it. We tried. Hopefully you don't exile our dude. That's where we're at. If they have an exile spell, we're probably just wrecked here. Alright. One of the cards they discarded was an Underdog. Unleash. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, we lose that. We could live with that, though. Ooh, we get a Fable or a Celestis. We get to replace that. I'm gonna get a Fable. Opponent's basically tapped out here, so that's fine. And we don't desperately need the mana, so we can block here and not care. Okay, actually, great. Great. Because they need the mana more than we do, I think. Well, that's a thing. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we'll discard one. All right. Some things are just meant to be, I guess. I'll do that. I mean, I guess I could have cycled to see if I found the last mana we needed. So what do we need? Just a straight up... No, we have forest, swamp, island, mountain. Oh, plains? Oh, weird. So I guess I should just put this into play. Yeah, it's fine. Let's end the turn. Don't know where this is going. But probably not good for us, because we're only at 9 here. Opponent can go ahead and just play their... Oh, well, that's pretty good. Actually, if the opponent would have just come after us, we'd have been all the way down to 2, and then we're in a bad spot, because we would have died to almost any attack next turn. They might have bailed us out a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and cycle this. Alright, that's something, I suppose. We'll play another one of these. Go to a whole 6. Pass the turn. Opponent's going to cut down. Alright, that makes sense. Pass. Assuming you're just going to play an underdog. Yep, that makes sense. We are going to get rid of the War Chief, because we can't survive that, really. We can block. Go to a whole 3. And somehow, I don't know how we're going to not die, but we're going to have to figure it out. That's a good way to not die. We will be choosing submit 0. That is the best way to not die right now. We actually go up to 6 and gives us a little bit of wiggle room. Alright. Wouldn't mind finding another one of those. Alright, exiles. Or actually, that just kills it, so we get a 4/4. And a harvester. Okay. Which can kill our 4/4 next turn. So that does create a little bit of tension. Let's cycle this. See if we can find something good here. That's actually not terrible. That gives us another body we can block with, so I like that. Enough so that I'm actually going to attack for 4. All right. Man, if we come back from this, I don't know if we can, but if we do, this is going to be a really nice comeback. I'm assuming you use that to kill the 4/4. All right. Sounds good. Trespasser. Sure, that's going to do a number on us. But they didn't kill our reflection, which is kind of nice here. Just a straight up underdog. Okay. Ooh, I was afraid of something like that. All right, so if we spend 5 now, it's only going to leave 2 lands open to be able to use the Courier's briefcase. All right, let's go ahead. It's cycle. Feels like the safest thing to do. Oh, decisions. Opponent has 1 card. They activate the other. We double chomp. They put us down to 3, and then we take at least 3. So yeah, we kind of have to go with the War Chief here. Dang, I really could have used those cards. Just trying to think if there's any way we could get by without that, but I don't think we can. They'll definitely remove 2 creatures from our yard, so we're at 3. Block, block. Yeah, we can't. All right. This just is what it is. No attacks. Now, yeah, and we have to chump block across the board even. Ugh. All right. Well, we got a block. Don't really have much choice here. Block. Kill the thing that's doing the auto damage. Hopefully this 4/4 and the reflection survives. That's a lot to ask for, I think, here. Yeah, didn't think it was going to happen, but, you know, had to hope. And another underdog. Wow. Okay, well, we're cycling again, I guess. Digging deep. And that's the GG's. Actually, I guess almost GG's. Not quite. All right. No attacks. All right, we're going to go all the way to 1. No blocks. Alright, we'll keep it. This is a pretty normal hand. We like this. Even get 4 land types off the top. Don't have to be in a hurry to play anything, so we might just go Fable, see if we lean into a Bank Buster possibly. We'll see though. You know, I'm going to go with this. I mean, the opponent, if they want to kill it, probably take their whole turn to kill it here. Whether that, pretty much any kill spell, they're probably not playing anything else. So I'm fine with that. Alright, they didn't kill it. So we do get a turn of just activity, which is nice. Let's keep the pressure up a little bit here. I mean, if their plan is just, I don't know, Liliana, so be it. Because it very well might be. No, it's a Morbid Opportunist. We've been seeing quite a lot of that card recently. Find it a little peculiar, but you know, not that uncommon these days. I mean, the card itself is uncommon. And we'll pass. I think I'm willing to just draw a card here. We may attack in with this and then just use the Kami War to kill off the Opportunist. Might be where we are. Opponent's not playing a kill spell here to get a card, which is a little interesting. I'll go ahead and draw. Okay, that's nice. So is that. I'm going to submit 0. We like our hand here. And we'll get rid of a Morbid Opportunist. Not sure why this card became popular all of a sudden, because I feel like we hadn't seen it in anything, in any format in ages. And all of a sudden, it's like I run into it at least once, but honestly, a lot of times even twice a night whenever I'm playing. So very odd that it's went from relative obscurity to being a thing everybody's playing. All right, looks like we have something we can leyline. Though we could also bounce it with this, but that would be after we draw. Could still be worth it though. But I think we're just going to do this for ease of use. And then we could bounce the token and the opponent has a discard, so that'd be fine. Oh, well, we don't even get to bounce that. Oh, give stuff negative? Yeah, we don't care about that. Not really, anyway. Alright, we draw a card. Go to our main phase. Some things trigger here. Target up to one other non-land card. We will submit 0. Opponent discards. We make our Deuter. We will... Actually, won't even attack, because we can go get a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we get one land... yeah, we're just going to pass. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to draw first. Let's do that now. Because we get a land, we can just put it into play. Yeah, that works. All right. So now we know we don't even need to cycle this to try to get a land. We just go ahead and wait till next turn. I guess I had to do that before the attack step. All right. Well, I goofed that up. Either way. Missed out on 2 points. All right, they got a Fable, sure. This feels like no real sweeper is coming here, so that's good news. Don't really need all these Loam Speakers. But it's not sad to have the Loam Speakers either. So we get 4 things. Missing Swamps. Oh yeah, sure, that dies. That's fine. And we'll go ahead and crew this up, since we're not going to get to draw cards. And maybe attack with both of these, because realistically, I mean, I'm not doing anything else with it. If you trade, then they take 4, go to 15, and then we got 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, that actually is fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm willing to take that exchange. We'll see what they want to do. They held on to both cards. Oh, maybe I made a bad decision. Nope, they're scooping anyway. Alright, so that actually was a fun deck to play, surprisingly. I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it as much because we're going to be slower and grindy, but it actually wasn't terrible because it does have ways to try to get to the finish line. You're not just sitting there, so I like that. The concern I would have is that I didn't really run into mono blue decks, but I would imagine those are going to be very difficult for this because we don't have a ton of creatures, though we have a reasonable amount of threats. Probably not the thing that's we're going to want to run into. So be careful about that. If you're running into a lot of mono blue, this is probably not going to be the deck choice for you. It holds up okay against the mono black stuff, so I'm not too worried about that. I would say we probably want to change the Urtai and the Owl into maybe 2 Wandering Emperor. Could be an interesting choice for this deck. Give you an extra way to kind of flash something in during their end step, a way to keep making tokens against the slower control decks. I will also admit that we did play a pretty much 30-minute epic against a control deck that we barely lost. It was mostly blue-white control, but it was very close. So, you know, outcome could be a coin flip there. I don't know, but just wanted to put that out there because it's one that did not get included for time considerations. But otherwise, yeah, the deck is actually really fun. If you already have the parts, I would build it. The cool part is most of these cards can go into other decks, so you're not really wasting too much as far as using up those wild cards, but a bunch of them are going to be on those tri-lands from New Capenna. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Chromat. Mostly because this is just a really quirky card with all 5 colors, and it actually, for being older, isn't all that expensive. It costs you all of like, what, $5 I think? The card is actually pretty neat because it can do a lot of stuff. It can be hard as hell to block because you can just kill anything blocking it. You can give it flying, you can pump it, you can even regenerate it, and it has a way to protect itself by going back on top of your library. So if you do have access to all the different colors, this card is actually really devastating, because it's just annoying and hard to deal with. It's not over the top powerful though, because every ability does require 2 different colors, so you do end up doing a lot of color management and stuff while you're playing it. But it is a pretty interesting card considering how old it is, all the way back in Apocalypse. But yeah, just figured I'd bring it up because we're doing 5 colors today, and it's an actual affordable card if you do want to go hunt one down and play it. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, you'll probably like this other one we have that's full of legends that take advantage of the graveyard and have some really fun interactions. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.